They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aztecs offense will go to work first. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
There he goes. Inside the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, San Diego State.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. We've had a few receivers win the Heisman in recent years. Devontae Smith was special. Travis Hunter on a different level, playing both ways. But what does it take for a receiver to receive this type of Heisman hype, Jesse?
Well, you have to keep making plays when everybody in the world knows the quarterback's throwing you the football, and that's what those Heisman Trophy winners were able to do. You think back to guys like Desmond Howard. He stepped up whenever he had an opportunity on the biggest stages, and that's what this guy has to do today.
Well, and that's for everybody, right? Down the stretch when it matters most, you have to be elite. But for a receiver, it's hard because you're dependent on the quarterback. He's got to get you the football, but making those big splash plays throughout a season, and listen, he started off the year putting up great numbers. It's just got to continue.
A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds the tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Bulldogs are rolling down the field. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to fire. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wilson will throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Aztecs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Wiley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Handoff to the single back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking the shot. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Picks up the first down. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Lost the fire on second down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Aztecs are marching down the field. They'll run the option. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Going to look downfield again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off the play fake on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wilson will throw. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throwing right. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Wyman. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. On the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Smashes through the tackle. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. The Aztecs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitch man. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Wilson to pass. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Gilliam. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Aztecs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. A run for the quarterback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Duke. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barber. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Buys a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw it. Balls it in. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They pick up 10 and give him a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Barber. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Tillman. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wilson will throw. With the catch, it's Gillian. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Aztecs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now on 1st down from the 43. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man in the middle.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Dead center perfect. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or place some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
And the Aztecs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second one.
Wilson to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Aztecs are on the move. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass.
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness, getting to the end zone. Nice run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 13 to Boston College. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wide receiver. Wilson will throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. That penalty will back them up some more at the distance to the goal. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Thurman. And they'll knock him down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Blasted as he lets it go. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Aztecs will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be knocked down. Wide receiver going in motion. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Fakes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
1st down for this offense. They'll run it, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Got it behind the line. It's Barber. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Good right down the boulevard. Are forced to settle for 3. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wilson to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Still running at the 40. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He makes the grab. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Thurman. Under fire. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Wiley. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Now on the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still on his feet at the 25. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Use the play fake. Now to throw. fires to the tight end. Push down for the tackle. And the Aztecs want to crank the tempo.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Hard running there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback. He's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Gilliam. Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. Touchdown, Aztecs! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Pulls it in. It's Barber. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Motion from the wideout. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Aztecs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wilson will throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
And now this offense will take the field again. They send the tight end in motion. Pulls it and fires to the left. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Thurman. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. They're dealing with a second and long. Wilson to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Got it looking for a first. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, San Diego State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Georgia Tech pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those rambling rep players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Barber. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Gets it out fast. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on third. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown Bulldogs. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
He'll bring it out. It's Thurman. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Gets it out quickly. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wilson will throw. Makes the catch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it down the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Aztecs in a good spot here with second and short. On the option. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead. Finish.
The offense pops it up. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's loose down the middle. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.